Hi there, welcome back. In this video, I want to show you a few other things you can do with a school level administration account using the tools. So if you go to tools and you go once again to user management, so far what we've looked at is basically password stuff, which we do in the edit users. But you also have other categories up here that we want to talk about. And we're going to start by looking at, really, we'll go at roles and advanced first. What you see here is this enables you to see, if you click on the name of any of these individuals, it will take you directly to their profile, which is pretty helpful because you can see some information about them there. If you look at this here under role, it lets you know that you're looking at students or teachers or system admin or whatever else it might be. This is obviously going to be the school, and over here you can even see the grad year for students, which is pretty cool because then you'll kind of have an idea of how old they are. And if you have any students who are beyond the parameters of for example, if it's 2020 and you know that graduation's already gone by, the students need to be out of there. And so this here gives you an opportunity to see some of that information. If you go over to the Parents and Advisors tab, then this enables you to see the parents associated with each student. Or if the parent account is already in the system, you're able to click on this and then align that parent with this student. The advisor role is going to be very similar, if not exactly the same as a parent, except this doesn't work the same way in that, let's say that you're a SPED teacher and you have students there in every other course like ELA and math and science and social studies. If you're an advisor, if you're able to set someone as an advisor over a particular student, that person is going to have the ability to look at item level information about that student's progress in those courses. They're going to be able to see the course updates and different materials and see exactly what students are doing. So this here would be a very, very important feature. And any system admin is able to click on this and then type the name of anyone within their school to be an advisor over these students. And so really the privileges of an advisor and a parent are more or less identical, except that parents will gain access via a parent code that the teacher will provide, and the advisors are going to be selected here by you under the parent and advisors list. Pretty important stuff. Under inactive, this simply shows the amount of users in the system that have been marked as inactive. If for some reason you delete someone out or mark them inactive in the system, you can click on this and then reactivate their account. So nothing ever gets deleted or lost within Schoology. Finally, if you click on the merge, what you'll see is if you have someone with multiple accounts in the system, then you can search the user being merged here and merge that old account with the current account. This is probably not going to be something that you're going to see very often because we're going to clean out the back end of Schoology over the summer, and old accounts should be removed from the system. Also, individual users can do this on their end by going to clicking on their name and merging the accounts within the profile settings. Now, I also wanted to look real quick at faculty info. The reason why I glossed over this a second ago is because really this is probably the single area that I use the least as system admin for Aiken County. It's just there's nothing here that I feel like is very useful compared to the other areas. If you click on department, there's nothing here to drop down. Position is here if the person identified themselves in a specific position when setting up their profile. You'll see that. There might be a way that PowerSchool can sync information about a teacher's position over. I'm not even sure really if that's even a thing. But even here, you can just set departments and positions. So faculty information is pretty well useless as far as I know at this time. One more thing that I want to show you is over here where it says create users on the left. So really any user that has a PowerSchool account is going to automatically be created within Schoology. And the only way that won't happen is if the user's email account, like if you're talking about a faculty member, if their email account is wrapped up in an old account, like for example, if that person has a personal Schoology account somewhere out there that they've used their work email for, then it won't allow a duplicate of that email to be utilized, and so therefore Schoology would not create that account. You may see issues like that, and if you do, the only way to fix that really is to get that person to remove that email from their personal account. But generally speaking, anyone in PowerSchool is going to have a Schoology account. if you have someone who is like a USC Aiken intern or a guest in our organization, or if you have someone that is a long-term sub or whatever it might be, those are going to be the only cases where you might want to come in here and create an account for those individuals. And when you do that, you would click on create an account with username. You type in the first and last name, whatever you want to put for middle name, username, you come up with what that's going to be. I would probably leave the email blank unless you know this person is not going to ever really be part of our organization. For a unique ID, usually I just put in a bunch of numbers like that or whatever you want to put for that. And then for the password, you can make whatever generic password you want to do, scroll down and hit create users. And that will create an account in the system for that person. But again, you should only be doing that in the event that that person is not already in PowerSchool. If there's a scenario where a person is in PowerSchool and their account is not being created, send that to system admin and let's see if we can't get that squared away.